beauty. So we are gonna clean probably all 4 of these cars today. Well, definitely the Viper, because the Viper is sadly sold, but we're gonna detail it for the new owners, which we're really excited about. We can't tell you yet who bought it, but we're stoked about it. Vipey is disgusting and it needs a detail. The Gallardo we just picked up. We just had it lowered and we had some maintenance done on it. It looks so sick with the new springs. I'm so stoked. But it got a little dusty, so we're gonna re-clean it, why not? And then this is probably the most disgusting. I feel like I've been saying this a lot about the Huracan these days, but this is probably the most disgusting it's ever been in terms of like how dirty it is. So we are going to use our brand new Haze products. We're gonna definitely use the wash and wax, which I'm super stoked to try. I'm gonna try it in both my foam cannon with the power washer, as well as just a bucket clean, because I wanna see the difference, so we'll kind of do it on both. Actually, we're probably gonna have to do a hand wash on this, because that probably won't take the power washer very well. So this we're gonna try out. Wheel cleaner, obviously, especially for my car, because they're so bad. And then of course tire shine. I'm actually gonna tire shine my tires for once, which is really exciting because I never use this stuff. Now I have an excuse to. And then probably some quick detailer just to touch up any spots that I missed during washing. But I am so stoked to try this out. All right, so to get started, we should probably untangle all of these cords and get everything ready. But I've got to get some water in these buckets. We're gonna rinse these things down, and then we're gonna soap them up and scrub them down and get them all rinsed. So to start, we are gonna get these buckets filled with some warm water, because cold water to wash cars sucks. Oh no. So we use warm water instead of cold water, because washing cars with cold water and putting your hands into freezing cold buckets of water sucks. So just personal preference. You could use cold water, don't do it, it sucks. Okay, I'm back. Pretty heavy. I wish you can smell this. It smells like cherries and it's so good. I'm excited. Okay, so this is the Haze Wash and Wax Soap. We're gonna do it in a bucket, and we're also gonna do it in the foam cannon, but I'm gonna throw this into the bucket now to get prepped to wash the Viper with a foam. So, there we go. Oh my God. There we go. Wow, that suds up really fast. I like it. Probably use too much, but I like it, so whatever. 1 to 2 ounces per gallon of water. That's about right. And then we are going to top up my foam cannon a bit more, because I realized I didn't put enough in here. Foam cannon is ready to go. All right, so let's get the water on, because I haven't done that yet. Is that enough? I don't even know. All right, hoping for the best. This is my power washer. It is my favorite toy in my garage. It's called an Active 2.0. It was gifted to me last year by JRP when my car was in the Canadian International Auto Show in Toronto, and I love this thing. It's like so light and tiny. It's got all these little bits and accessories. I don't know, it's super cool. I love it. I forgot to do something. The most important thing, wheel cleaner. I do wheel cleaner before I rinse off the cars. So sometimes I rinse down the whole car, except for the wheels, spray this down and then start soaping and then rinse it off. So I think I'm gonna do that actually, because these probably need a little bit more love than a couple of minutes.
Let's do it.
I can't believe we're doing this with the windows down. Windows off, not down. Mopar, baby. That one right on the seat. I was gonna untangle it and I didn't bother untangling it. All right, we are going to wheel clean. Let's spray these disgusting things. This takes off dirt and grime, and especially brake dust, which is the biggest pain in the butt to take off. And so instead of having to get in there, use your muscle. You just spray it. So much chrome. Oh, it could be no other color but chrome. Oh, this does smell good. When I originally smelled it in the bottle, not spraying it, it didn't smell like much. I like it. One interesting fact about this Viper is that First of all, it saved Dodge. But second, the engine, which is a V10, was co-developed with Lamborghini, which is pretty neat. Lamborghinis are still cooler. I think I'm gonna hit the front with some debugger. That's not the right word for it, but it's disgusting and it's got bugs on it until the end of time. So we're gonna use some bug remover spray as well. Bug remover. Bug remover helps take all of this crap off of the front of the car, because bug and tar that gets stuck on the front bumper is one of the hardest things to take off, and it leaves this gross residue. Although you probably won't see it so much on a white car, but on dark cars, like, oh, you can see it now. I mean, the stains, but yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. Lucas told me today that this car actually has blinker fluid, which is really funny. And you can this is the first time I've actually paid attention, but it's not actually blinker fluid, but there's this little reservoir in there that has fluid in the headlights that helps level the headlights, which is pretty cool. Do you have to top it up? I don't know. I'm joking, you don't have to top it up. How did you murder this many bugs? My hands are tired from all the spraying of the murdered bugs. We are going to go ahead and start soaping this thing down. All right, so we had already pre-added soap to, what am I losing? We had already pre-added the soap to the bucket. It smells delicious. And we are just gonna plop this stuff on and start scrubbing away and try to get this thing as clean as possible. This is a microfiber mitt. You can get them from Canadian Tire. I think that's where this one is from. I've got a whole whack of them. They're all different colors. Microfiber mitt, keep it clean. I throw mine in the wash literally after every single time I use it, just in case it picks up any contaminants, because we don't want that, especially on a wrap. Wraps tend to be a lot more delicate. Don't want to mess around with that. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, we probably could have used some bug remover on these poor mirrors. Gross. So I usually start with the highest point of the car and work my way down, because it tends to be the cleanest to the dirtiest. In this case, this thing is all disgusting at this point, so I don't know if it matters all that much, but we'll still keep doing that. So you really shouldn't try not to let this soap dry. So depending on how hot it is, you should do it by sections. It's cool enough now, and it's probably what, 12 degrees, 15 degrees. So I can soap the whole thing down and then rinse it. But if it's the dead of the summer, I'll do it section by section and rinse it and try to keep the whole car wet the whole entire time, or do it in the shade ideally. You don't want the soap drying on it, because then you end up with all of these ugly watermarks, and you don't want the water to dry because you get even worse watermarks. It's just a pain. And then you're re-cleaning it with quick detailer after all of your work, so it's kind of a waste. I love this soap so far. I just washed the entire interior seat.
Perfect. It's clean.
Oopsies. This is actually a lot easier to wash than I thought it was going to be, in terms of, because it's just all these big enormous panels. So I leave the rockers always till the end with the front bumper. I'll do the front bumper, the rockers, and the back bumper last, because those are always the most disgusting, and they always have the most contaminants and dirt and grit and all the rest of it, and I don't want to be smearing that around the doors. The most difficult color to wash by far is black, especially when it's, like I said, when it's super, super hot in the summertime and it dries in 5.5 seconds and you're trying to fight with water spots. Ugh, the worst. This wing is cool. I like it. I cannot wait to tell you guys who bought this from us. I am so excited about it. I'm actually really, like, there's not a better couple of people that could have bought this thing. I'm so stoked. So, little baby boy in there has been kicking me the entire time I've been cleaning, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that sooner. He's either loving it or hating it.
I think he's loving it.
He's probably loving it. All right, let's get these filthy ass rockers clean. All right, so now that we have kind of the top half of the car done, we're gonna hit the rocker panels and the bumpers, because again, those are the most disgusting parts. I do the rockers, the front bumper, and then the back, and then the back bumper last.
Why the back bumper last?
The back bumper picks up the most dirt. So the front takes the most like abuse in terms of like bugs and stuff like that, but the back bumper ends up with just all the grime and the dust and the oil and stuff on it, typically. So I always do that one last. Just me walking around washing a car. Yeah, this side was really bad. Yeah, well, we'll have to scrub it down anyway, but at least it'll take most of the gunk off of it. Oh, you mean the curb? Yeah. You sure that wasn't you, babe? It might have been Lucas. This very legal plate is a pretty interesting story. So Lucas and his brother, when they bought this car almost a year ago, last May is when they bought it in February, they picked it up in May, and they realized going to pick it up that they didn't have a license plate. They found this one on Kijiji. It's never been registered. Okay, it was registered it was never registered to you. So they drove all the way from Nova Scotia after picking up this car on a plate. Is the guy even still alive? All right, let's do the front now. Very, very graceful. Also, this is probably one of my favorite car cleaning things. It's this little Simonez like 5-wheel thingy that you put your bucket into. It fits like any universal bucket. And it also has a lid, so when I'm doing the rims after, you'll see I sit on it because it's so much comfier than sitting my butt on a wet floor. So I think it's like 60 bucks at Canadian Tire. Totally worth it. Ew. Ew. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, look at this side. Just this portion.
Okay.
Compared to that. That is so gross.
I don't see a difference.
Oh, perfect. You wouldn't. I also feel like more bugs are landing on this as I'm cleaning it. It's probably because it smells delicious. Honestly, I'm really loving this soap. It's taking off a lot of stuff that I feel like I'd normally be like sweating, scrubbing off. Pretty impressed. It feels really nice too. Like it doesn't feel like really like soapy. Does that make sense? Sure. Like it feels soapy, but it doesn't feel like, you know how you get the squeak? Yeah. So it feels like soft. So I feel like it wouldn't strip existing wax and stuff like that, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm in gym clothes, baby bumping and on hands and knees washing the front end of this car. Perfect. We might have to hit that another time depending on how that rinses off. Probably should have put my hair in a hair tie instead of eating my hair doing this. Yeah, there is a lot of tire under here. The tires on this thing are enormous. They are bigger than literally any of the other cars that we have. They're wider than the Lambo. They're 345s in the back, I think. Are they 345s in the back? They are 345 19s in the back. For comparison, I'm so out of breath cleaning this thing. For comparison, the Huracan is a 325 rear, but a 21. But nonetheless, like these things are crazy wide. Wow, this is gross. All right. Oh, I am so glad it's not hotter today. I would have passed out by now. You want to do the hard part, baby?
What's that?
You want to rinse her off?
Is that the hard part?
No, it's literally the easiest part.
Okay, we'll let you do that then.
Well, I had a glove on to keep my hands dry. It didn't actually work. We are done soaping and I'm over it. So we are going to rinse this thing down. Then I'm probably going to hit the wheels with a brush to take off any of the other stuff once I rinse it and see just how much is left on it. And then we got to dry this thing. Process here is just rinse the bitch down. Same idea. I start at the top to the bottoms because obviously the soap runs down. So. There is a bug that did not want to come off here. Gross. There we go. Nasty. You wanted me to wash the interior as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The rears look great. The fronts could use another hit of tire, like grime remover, rim cleaner. Or we just scrub it, which I might just do. I might spray it and just scrub it off manually because these have probably never been cleaned. I mean, I am going to miss seeing it in the driveway, but I have a feeling we're going to see it a lot. Oh, thank goodness this little pressure washer is as light as it is. There is nothing worse than lugging a huge, stupid, heavy power washer around. Also, if you do miss a spot, don't ever do these until the end because these are disgusting always. Sorry, the wheel wells. The wheel wells are disgusting always. Until I actually rinse it off and notice, then usually I do this. But, well, a couple little marks there. Must have been that Asian previous owner. Why you just use your hand because you're too lazy to get the bucket again. Okay, I'm actually so impressed. Pretty much all of the bugs are off. I like it. One remains, little bastard. There. All right, now what? We are going to hit these rims again with some cleaner because I'm not super happy with the way they came out because they were just that dirty. And we're gonna scrub it. So we're gonna spray, scrub, rinse the wheels off one last time, and then you're gonna dry the car. We are going to find my rim cleaner. There it is. I'm going to spray, I'm going to grab my rim brush. This is also Canadian Tire Find. It's got meh reviews, but I find it like the easiest one to use to clean my rims, and I hate cleaning my rims the most. So almost as much as I hate drying cars, but I hate cleaning rims, so that thing helps a lot. We're gonna get this over the wheels. Okay. So I use the whatever's left of the dirty like car water and this brush to hit the wheels again usually, and this time I'm using a little bit of tire or rim cleaner as well because it's nasty, but the rims don't really get scratched the same way that obviously paint would, so I just use whatever's left in the bucket. So that little wheelie thing comes with this cover. The bucket, in this case it was just a free bucket that I got. Baby bumping and cleaning wheels. Oh, also I really love this tool because this whole piece slides off and I can throw it in the wash with the rest of my microfiber cloths and sponges and things like that. I like that I can throw everything in the wash because I don't like hand washing a friggin' single thing, including dishes. All right, so we hit the rims another time because they were disgusting. Got to rinse them off. Do another super quick rinse. All right, let's find some drying stuff. We have a lot of mess. What happened to my chamois? We have two options.
Okay.
A sponge chamois, quick absorbing, or this cool microfiber towel thing. What do you prefer to use? You still prefer this one. You chose the microfiber.
Sure.
It's the same. It's chamois or this, whatever. I'd literally just dump this onto the car and then just slide back.
Perfect.
It's super, super easy.
Done.
That's it.
All right. Amazing. Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome. All right, guys, so that is pretty much it for the Viper. I'm gonna put Lucas to work now and get him to dry this thing because I hate drying cars. Thank you so much again to Hayes for providing all of the really wicked products that we used on this car. I know I said that we would do all three of the vehicles today, but this video is gonna be super long, so we're gonna cut it into 3 videos. So Viper first, Gallardo second, Huracan last. So catch us on the next 2, and I hope you enjoyed this one today. Have a good one, guys.